Yeah, thank you, Louise. So I was just sitting and listening to Louise now and remembering there was just over a year ago that I attended a community building workshop and I was invited to join. There were, I think, 2 other learning process facilitators working at Symphonia. We were on a telephone hookup yesterday, 16 LPFs, learning process facilitators. At that time, there were 3 schools. 13. 13 schools when I joined, eh? And now we see 84 in a year. I think that's growth. I think we can expect some further exponential jumps. You know, several years ago, Nissan had an advertising program and their bylines were, "We are driven." Guess what? Louise is a Nissan. She is driven. So it's been an amazing experience for me. It's been a very humbling experience. It's been an astonishing look into a world I didn't even know existed. My view of principles of schools in South Africa is that they are probably the most unsung heroes and heroines in the country. The kind of lives that they have to deal with, the kind of pressures that they have to deal with, what I consider to be ridiculous bureaucracy, which contributes really to breakdown and entropy, and takes principles away from what they want to do, what their passion is, what their lives are about. It removes them. How they manage to do all of that and do their work as well is astonishing. I mean, a real big up for principals of this country. They are the most amazing people. I found it a very humbling experience. So we are gathered tonight to honor and to respect. Actually, there were 20 people who started out on this journey in September 2011. A large chunk of them are here tonight. Some of them who aren't here tonight are basically here because bureaucracy has called them away. But those that are here to share stories, and we've invited them to say a little bit. They've got 5 minutes each. They're going to say a little bit about how this initiative has impacted them, about how their capacity to reflect is enlarged, about how they have taken the lessons they've learned and built them into their lives, about how they've made a difference. It might appear small to the outside world, but I'm aware that the little events that have happened in their lives, in their schools, in the lives of the learners who've been affected, is in due course going to be enormous. I think of one particular partnership who aren't represented here tonight, where the partner was irritated by the fact that the principal couldn't have a decent conversation with him. She was constantly being interrupted. And he finally says, "Hey, man, this isn't working for me. Please give me your secretary. I want to take her to my boss's PA and let her get some training about what it means to be a personal assistant," which he did. She spent 2 days with the PA. And right now, they're still talking about how different things are at that school, how the principal is now available to do what she needs to do and isn't constantly being interrupted. Now, that's just a little example. It's no big deal. It hasn't made waves anywhere. But things are beginning to operate and function in a way that they should. Now, there are 26 or 28,000 odd schools, most of which are basically underperforming in this country. We do have an opportunity to make a difference. So I'm going to invite some of our partners who are here tonight to come up and share with us their individual significant, and personal stories.